Here we go. We're gonna get some horse action now. Hi, pal. What's up, buddy? I see you, buddy. I see you. I see you. You're all right. You're all right. I see you. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Beautiful animals. You can sniff me first. It's all right. It's all right. All right. I won't touch you if you don't want. You want me to pet you? Huh? Alright guys, I'm going in the woods. I gotta dig some targets. Later, buddy. Alright, this is the second place I've been on today, and I've blanked both places. It's just, I found points down lower. If you look back in my videos, I found a dovetail here, and after I look at it, it's not beveled, so I think it'd be a St. Charles type. It's pretty nice, but everybody has a dovetail. It's not the best you could ask for. It's just an average one. But it's the first unbeveled one I've ever found. But there's 3 feet of mud on it. It's going to take a year for it to wash out before I'll find anything. I found a few flakes in here on these slips, but no work pieces whatsoever. I'm going to try one more place that I might be able to find something, and then I'm going to metal detect. I'm trying to keep the streak alive for the points. I haven't been to the other place, so hopefully I can get one down there. And it's all time period, so, and it's a pretty loaded place. Look at these big cracks where the bank's caving in. This is all just gonna fall down. That's how I find points. We're right up on top. Look at this. Everything in this is gonna go down and get sluiced down like I talk about. And you know, how many Indians were sitting right here on the lip of this above the Ohio River? You know? Thousands of Indians over thousands of years. Right here. Next flood, all this is going to be down, and whatever points are in it and artifacts, I'm going to see it laying down here. Later. All right, you can see the river way out there. This is a bank here I'm looking today that I would normally not get to look unless the water's really flooded, because the water came up and touched it, and usually it's grown up with grass and weeds. Oh, I thought that was a point, man. Thought that was a big weighted Dina sticking out, and it's a piece of foam, man. That looked like a beaver tail with Dina base here to me for a second. But anyway, you can see this one strip of sand coming out. That's where the artifacts are going to be. I can see the fire rock coming out. There's not a lot here. It just has the potential for something. Look up ahead of me, that line, that layer with ancient artifacts in it. This is just wow. And the plateau above me is just loaded. You could do it if you were an archaeologist. There's so much stuff on this plateau above me, and it's never been really looked. It's always been wooded. You could build a career on this flat just from the stuff I have from the site up here on the point. E-notches, just all time periods, serrated points, clear up into Fort Ancient, Paleo, like agate basin type looking points. But anyway, I'll get back to you. I'm gonna metal detect too. Hopefully I can find something down in here. Later. Alright, I'm walking across the mud flat now. I looked all that up in there along that bank with that sand layer coming out. I found 2 little tiny flakes of gray chert and some, I don't know, maybe 20-25 pieces of burnt up fire rock where there was the evidence of ancient campfires, but that's it. I'm walking down across this now. It's still kind of frayed, so I'm not sinking up to my knees, which is nice. That's probably a coyote See him? That's definitely a coyote. But anyway, I'll get down in here and see if I can't find something. Man, look at how big that is. I see them all the time. It's just this GoPro doesn't zoom in. And there's something else there beside it, smaller. Probably a raccoon or a beaver or something. Well, anyway, if I see anything else, I will get back at you. Hopefully I can find an artifact today. This has got the best potential of any place I've been all day. I don't see any tracks coming in here, and this is where I found that big long flake knife and some of the serrated points. I found some slate chisels here. It's a good spot. Well, anyway, later. All right, I just came across that big ass mud flat. Got down here, and man, look how it opens up when you get down here by where the wave action was and sluiced all this stuff down. There's gonna be something here, folks. There might just be something nice laying out today, so I'm gonna just meticulously look these gravels and see if I can't see anything. It could look this is just great. This is prime real estate right on the Ohio River, sluiced down. Looks like flint right there, maybe. It's a river pebble flint. Looks like the Coshocton looking stuff. I don't see nothing right in here. Well, I'll get back, but man, this looks good. And I found artifacts right in this stuff on video before, right here. Wow. Later. Yeah, I found old bottles here before. This one's broken, and I can see embossing on it, and I can see the base of it up there. Damn it, it's got broke when it come out of the bank, and this is gonna be man, I think it says Wheeling on it, this one. It says something Beverage Co. Wheeling, and it's been melted. So I guess, but that's, would have been nice. Wow, that sucks. There's another piece of an old bottle. I've found dandy cork bottles in here before with embossing on it, Wheeling beer bottles. See, there's another piece of like gold colored glass. Be a good place to metal detect. Oh, no way! Live, look, oh, live action, baby. Look here, a pipe. Perfect, yes! Oh man, what a find. Live action, let's look around here. All right, I knew I should have stuck with it today. Persistence paid off again. A clay trade pipe, wow. Perfect condition, just absolutely perfect. And it's got like a mesh design on the side. Very, very cool. Talking about bottles and find this, and heck, that's a different bottle. And that one's embossed too. Look around here. I've been on fire. Man, this is muddy. Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to turn this off. I can't look this live. You can see this is just horrible conditions. If I drop my GoPro in this, it's over. And I can't lose this. Later. Alright, this will be a perfect illustration for you of why I find stuff down by the water like this. Right there, last high water, this bank's just been blown out. Look at it. Cut. Whatever was in that whole cross section of time, it's going to fall right there. Then waves are going to hit it and it's going to gradually sluice down. Now look what I'm standing in. Just muck. It's river stuff. It's washed in muck from this last high water. But right here, on top of the muck, you can see this stuff bleeding out. And there's going to be arrowheads in this, there's going to be trade pipes in this, there's going to be old bottles in this, and then it's going to come down here and gradually get sluiced down and lay on a hard packed clay layer on the bottom of the river. And if there is no clay layer there, it's going to sink in the mud. So it's why I walk all the time. In most places, see right up here, there's fire rock coming out right there. There's an ancient Indian campfire pit coming out right there, and it's going to go down and sink right in this mud, and then I'm going to have to wait for that mud to sluice down before I can find the points in it. They'll just be stuck in that till boat action washes them out 12 months from now, if it ever even does. So I got that trade pipe saved at, and we're going to go look down through here. This is pretty rough conditions, but it's worth it for that pipe. Well, anyway, later. All right, I'm glad I came here. Recognize the color of this, didn't you? That's Flint Ridge flint from the Flint Ridge quarry. There's another tiny, just micro flake of it there. Look at that pretty stuff. Pink and white. Wow, I'm taking that. I'll get back. I might find something else here. That trade pipe is awesome. This looks good. It's all sanded out here, and I found that Crooksville chert E-notch that I showed in some of my previous videos, like the pictures. It's just unbelievable. I found it right within feet of where I'm standing right now, so hopefully I can find something awesome later. Oh man, boy, that rock up there looks funny, doesn't it? We'll look at that in a minute, but man, it's just like that opalescent glass, and it's a lid off an old like candy dish or something. Probably from the early 1900s, 1900 and 1920, I would guess. It might even be older than that, but me looking at it, that's what I'd judge it to be. 20s, 30s, in that range, but that would have been beautiful. Shame that's busted. Later. Look here, I looked down and this was right over to my right. I didn't even see it. Plus that other piece, that would have been nice too. It's real heavy leaded glass. Later. Alright, I got another point laying here in the wash. You can see this is the best looking area. Right there, there's a nice gravel layer coming out of the bank, and everything's just fanned out. Right down here at the bottom, I got this. I can't tell what it is, but it looks pretty nice. Oh, it's all there. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice, it's little, but it's a pretty nice little point. I'd say it's probably an Amos. It's a sharpened down one. It's an archaic, early archaic point, because that's all I find right in this spot. And I find serrated points here and E-notches and real old stuff. So that's like Kirkish, Palmerish, something. You can't really tell when they're sharpened down like this. It could be, but it looks Amos. You look at them big frames of these points, and you kind of compare the bases. That's what I'd call it. Sharpened down one. It's nice. Well, go metal detecting now. I'm gonna look the rest of this, and I'm gonna get out of here and go in the woods. Later. Alright, here's what we got. Got a real nice early archaic point. It's probably 8, 9, 10,000 years old, and a beautiful trade pipe. And after I thought about it, if you go back in my videos, I now have a bunch of them, and I upload a lot. But I found a broken one. I think the stems broke off of it, some of it, and I found it within 20 yards of where I found this one. And there's old bottles and stuff there, so there's some kind of dump. I need to make an attempt to metal detect that. That's pretty old. It's pretty nice too. But the Arrowhead's just as good. Well, anyway, I'm off to the woods. Later. This old boy got out of the fence. You got out, buddy. You're in trouble. Big trouble, buddy. You're in trouble. I think this one had to go by himself, because the last time I was here he was attacking other chickens. Were you bad, buddy? He's pretty aggressive, aren't you? Aren't you, pal? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and go metal detecting in the woods. This guy wants me to take him with him. You're not going with me, buddy. Check out these horses here. He doesn't look like he's wanting to come any closer. Alright, I got my first find. Little fired musket ball way out in the middle of the woods. It's got a nice white patina on it. It's been there a long time. Way out in above a creek, and I'm gonna find some old shotgun shells today. I'm just taking it at a slower pace today because I'm whipped. I've been out, I had to go multiple places looking for arrowheads this morning to find stuff, but I did. But we're gonna stick with it and find some stuff later. Alright, another good find. I found a real old buckle with it's all intact and it's right, it's probably period to all that. It's probably off a horse or something. But that'll look great with them shotgun shells, and it's hunter related, I would guess. Very cool. Throw up pictures as usual after I get it cleaned up later. Alright, I got a real cool old shell. It's got different designs on the side, and it was definitely giving off a loud reading. Let me let you hear this. And it's a different reading. It's like in the 40s. It's kind of like a bullet. Let me get this cleaned off with my little brush and I will show you what we got. Looks like an old cool one. Later. Alright folks, I'm really happy to get this one. I haven't found a Peters one since I've been on this hill. And it says Peters at the top. It has the real big engraved P around the pin fire, and it says HV at the bottom. And look at the engraving design on the side. I'm going to insert these into a wood display, and I'll get this even cleaned up more. I'm using a little soft wire brush. You can get these at like Ace Hardware in 3-packs for I think $1.99 or $2.99. They're great for this kind of stuff. Later. Alright, I'll try to be more aware of the camera angle from now on. I noticed in my last video though, when I was pinpointing stuff, I had the camera up here like an idiot. But I got it out here. Whatever this is. That looks like a bullet. And it's a ring bullet. It almost looks like a mini ball. I don't think it is. I think it's some kind of a slug or something. I'll get it cleaned up. That's a weird bullet. Sorry if I was off there. It's got rings. Probably not that old. Later. Alright, I'm back right in this hole right below this big tree. I got a Winchester, and it says Leader, L-E-A-D-E-R, and it's real nice shape. I haven't even brushed this one, and it's clearly legible. Later. Alright, got another find. Real cool old turtle shell, and it's, you can see where mice or something's chewed all on the edges of it. That gives it some, look at that. Natural carving. I can paint that up and make something awesome. That's a good find. Cool. Later. Alright, I walked down onto this flat. I saw that rock and stuff up there. I was walking up a right of way here, but I got a nice hit right here. I think it's pretty close to the top, so we'll see if we can't get it out here. Let me hit this with the shovel here real quick. That's ringing awful good. I don't know what this will be. Huh. Whatever it is I got, oh, it's right there, it's a big, man, this is, oh, it's a lead, it's a big lead fired slug, I think. Yeah, it's big. Anyway, later. Alright, I'm glad I walked down to this pile of rocks. I had something deep. It took me 10 minutes to dig this out. But these rocks always preserve stuff because it drains the water quick and the stuff's just kind of suspended. I got a shotgun shell and it's one of the Star Designs UMC and it's going to be just spectacular condition. Look at that. Curly all just looks like it. Real nice patina on it. Awesome piece. I'll show pictures later. Yeah, should have filmed this one. I got this one right here, right on this game trail. It's a little different design. Let me get it cleaned up. I think it's one of these US cartridge company ones. Let me get it cleaned up and I'll show you here later. Alright, this one says it's really nice. It says number 12 at the top, US, and then Climax at the bottom. Don't think I have that one. And it's complete. It'll go on the display later. Alright, got another old shell. This looks like an old one. Right out in the woods, way out in the woods. Let's extract this one, another clump here. Ooh, look at them grooves around it. Wonder what this one is. Let me get it cleaned off. It looks like a cool one. Later. Alright, it says Winchester at the top and repeater at the bottom, and it cleaned up beautifully. It's really legible and clear. And it's got some crimping on the side, line designs. It's a cool one. Later. Alright, I got another old shell right there, and this one's got a really big patina on it. I'll have to brush it off. I'm up on a hilltop above the Ohio Valley. The river's right out there. That's West Virginia in the distance. The hilltops of West Virginia. The river's the border. Well, anyway, I'll clean this off and get back and show you later. Alright, another good antique paper shotgun shell. UMC Co. New Club. Real nice condition, real clear. Good find. Later. Alright, I'm back. I got something right here. I found that UMC show over there about 10 steps back. I got it out of the hole. This is probably lead. I don't know. It could be a shotgun shell. I'm wrong sometimes. Sometimes they ring up. I can even see it. It's, well, I guess not. Well, right there it is. That's a bullet. It's got a ring around it. I'm not sure what kind that is, but it's been there a while. Anyway, later. Well, I'm getting tired. I was walking kind of back towards my car, and I think I got another Peters one. It's got that real nice crimp design. Boy, it's going to be beautiful. Let me get it cleaned up here and I'll show you later. pictures too in a little bit later. All right, it's another Peters Cincinnati, Ohio. I think this one's from the 1920s. I think they started putting "Made in the USA" on the head stamps in like 1922 or 1924, and this one dates to the 20s. And the factory burnt down in 1940 in Cincinnati. So this is an awesome. It says HV at the bottom. It's got the big P on it, "Made in the USA" and Peters and 12. It's a cool one, and it's got that cool design. I'll get it cleaned up and show you pictures later.